You guys, I am just done. I am done constantly measuring, using scales, doing all these different things, counting stuff, just to get into a slimmer body than where I am today. And I know that I started a journey, well, I've started this journey multiple times, to be honest. But I know that I did a month 1 journey, and I was truthful in that video, but this is also my truth. Most days I do like my body. Love it every day? No. Like it? Yes. And I want to be more body neutral and focus more on what my body does for me, how I can live, how I can walk, I can speak. It gives me so many things I can do because there's a soul in each and every one of us. And so this body is not as important as we make it be. And it sounds strange to say that, but that's what I kept thinking. Like, our souls are the most important thing because our bodies are temporary, but our souls are forever. And yes, it is our responsibility to take care of our home, our temporary homes. At the same time, it shouldn't be an obsession and constantly thinking about, I need to make my home smaller, I need to perfect my home, and that's all you're worried about is your exterior and not your interior. And then you're never happy or having joy in your life because you're so focused on the exterior. I keep focusing on me having a double chin and me, just having excess fat on me and stuff. But there's a lot of days I look in the mirror and I like what I see. And so I'm like, I need to stop stressing out so much to try to make this body into this quote unquote perfect body in my mind, because it's driving me mentally crazy. It's not helping me. And me counting fat grams and counting calories in my head and eating a certain way is not bringing me any happiness, any joy, because I'm constantly focused on that all the time. And it's like going from addiction to addiction almost, like being obsessed about what's the perfect way to eat, what's the best way to lose weight, and being obsessed with that. Then also having issues with food addiction because I keep restricting myself, and then it's like this pendulum back and forth, and I just want the pendulum to be still. To be still. And that is part of the reason why I've been feeling so down the past few days, is the constant consumption of social media to try to get myself in this headspace of like, I need to eat perfectly, I have to eat this way. If I don't, I'm going to stay this way, I'm going to stay in this body, I'm going to stay at this weight. And it's like, of course I'm going to stay in this body until I pass over to the next dimension or the next wherever souls go after we're done with being earthlings. And me, I'm also a vegan, and you guys know that. The veganism is not about eating the perfect diet, it's about animal liberation and not harming animals. So my eating definitely still focused around that. So that will never change, because that's part of my soul, that's part of who I am, and that's how I feel internally, that's what's important to me. But this weight loss thing is becoming out of hand. Like, I know there's so many weight loss journeys I've personally looked at, and I had my own personal weight loss journeys and all this stuff, but it's not making me feel joy or happiness. It's not fulfilling. It's becoming destructive, and I'm over consuming in multiple ways, not just in food possibly, but in my media consumption. And so I don't know if I'm halfway through making month 2, and I don't know if I'm going to post it or not, or if I'm just going to post maybe part of this video at the end of it. But I don't know what my channel is going to look like. I am going to still talk about things that I think are important to me, and I do want to someday, I don't know when that would be, to be like, hey, I lost the weight and I love the way I look, and I did not have to struggle and suffer and do all this extreme things and do all these crazy things and constantly have rules and all these things to get there. And I just remember as a kid, I don't have that story of being like, I was always a fat person. No, I was not always an overweight or a fat being on this planet. That's not my story. I know a lot of people have that story where they're just like, I've always been the biggest kid and all that. No, that was not my story. I didn't become overweight and obese until I was an adult. I might have had a little bit of obesity maybe like in the teenage years, and then I kind of, lost that weight, and I basically wasn't really quote unquote like, I didn't get picked on for being fat. I got picked on for being me, but not because of my weight. So I don't have that story. So as an adult is when I've been living in this bigger body, and that's due to trauma. Because I think about it, as a kid, my focus all the time wasn't food. My focus was just surviving and having fun with either family members, with my brothers, with my sister and stuff like that. I didn't focus on food. I was eating a standard American diet. I was eating a very crappy diet as a kid, and I wasn't a fat kid. I think part of that says a lot, because I was very active. I had fun when I could, even though I lived in very traumatic situations and things like that. I tried to still be myself as a kid, no matter what, and I didn't worry about my weight. And now as an adult, that's all I can think about. And I think part of that is culture, and part of that is external influences, because before, I didn't really think about my weight, and I didn't really think about these things, and now it's just this whole void, this whole it's just become too much. And I want to live my life with intention, and living my life with intention is not being hyper focused on one area of my life. It's supposed to be making my life better in all areas of my life, doing things that feel fulfilling and good to me. And being on this journey is not it. I'm more on an intentional living journey, which is ongoing. It's for the rest of my life. And I wanted to come on here and say that I'm just done. I can't live like that anymore. And this is the first time I finally went on a walk in the morning by myself. In quite a few weeks because of my sprained ankle. But also I kept bringing up excuses in my mind to not go out for a walk. And this is one of the things that brings me I don't want to say brings me intention, but it's part of my intentional living journey is to do my daily morning walks. I enjoy them so much. I can't even explain it to you how much I enjoy it. And it's something very simple to do. And that's part of the reason why I'm living in a part of the U.S. in Arizona, because it is hot all year round. I am originally from upstate New York, and it's cold. If you're from there, it's cold, it snows. Right now it's pretty nice because it's September, but in a couple months, it's cold. Eventually it's too cold to go on daily morning walks and have the sunshine. And that's what I really, really wanted, is to find a place in the world where it's hot and sunny most of the year. It doesn't have to be Arizona. There's many other places in the world that are like that. It's just, this is the place that my soul was guiding me to go, and that's why I'm here right now. So, thanks for listening. This has just been hard for me, and I am going to focus more on intentional living and going with the flow and just being. And that's been one of the hardest things for me right now in my life, is just to be and not be super obsessed and stressed out and triggered all the time and full of anxiety. And I feel like our culture, it's so common and normalized to have those feelings all the time, and I don't think that's normal. It's like this constant fight or flight mode that I don't want to be part of anymore. So thanks for listening, and thank you for supporting my channel. I know it's really small, and I'm very grateful to have over 500 people. I think of an auditorium of like 500 people that want to like listen to what I have to say, or want to just watch me even for like 2 minutes. And I'm just like, that's crazy to me. But anyway, that's great. So thank you so much for your support, and I hope you are also having, I hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna continuously try to have a good day and just be and have a good day. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.